Hi guys, it's Angie Bell with my fairy treasures. Okay, you guys, I'm coming to you guys with another what is this? Another high contrast watercolor. Um so I drew another girl, and what I want to do is I want to practice with different faces. Like this one here that I did last time. I did more, see how she has like the pointed chin and a very long, and the nose is very long. See how her nose is way down here? I didn't put her nose up in the normal place. I made an elongated nose. On this one, I wanted to play around with different face shapes. So I wanted to do a square face. So I did it more of a square face here. And then I did a shorter nose, which kind of goes with a square face because it looks weird to have it too long because the face is square and there's not enough room to have a long nose. Anyway, I gave her some more, like instead of having these lips are kind of like, I don't know, a little bit bigger and a little bit more wide. These ones are a little bit more like little pouty lips. So I wanted to do that. So we're going to color this girl. We're going to watercolor this girl up today. And then this is another girl I did. And it's similar to this face, except I wanted to do a regular chin on her, like more just an oval chin, not super pointed chin. Also, I did the same type of lips I did on the other one. The main thing, and I did an elongated nose. So I just want to play with different face shapes, how I'm doing the nose, different lips. You change those three things up, and you have a different girl every time, right? So, and also the next time I'm going to use, today I'm going to use, what are these watercolors called? Daniel Smith. I'm going to use Daniel Smith watercolors mixed with some Jane Davenport watercolors. And Jane Davenport's the one who told me about the Daniel Smith watercolors. They're beautiful. I'll show you the colors in a second. This here, after I ink her out, I want to color her with these water-soluble crayons that Jane Davenport has. And she made them look like lipsticks. Aren't those cool? So I have two different packs of those. And those act like watercolors really, really nice. So my next girl, when we color, we're going to use those to color her. Okay, but today we're going to use the Daniel Smiths mixed with Jane Davenport watercolors. Okay? All right, so let's get started. The Daniel Smith watercolors, they come in a tube. If I have them, I don't have them close by. Anyway, I take them and I go ahead and put them in a thing like this. Isn't this fabulous? I got this from Daiso, you guys. Can you believe they had these at Daiso? Yes, ma'am. $1.50. I went nuts. So I'm using Daniel Smith watercolors, and that's what the colors look like. How gorgeous those are. That's my little sample. All these, and then that. And then I'm going to use Jane Davenport's. You guys have seen this. Nice little messy palette. And it's her turquoise one, which I believe she calls the Brights. So let's get started. Oh, you know what? We can come in a little closer. Let me stand up so come in a little closer. There we go. And we'll just focus I'm just making sure that my camera's still working. Yeah. We're just going to do the face today. And then after that, we'll go to the hair. We'll do the face and the neck. And then we'll go to the hair. And then we'll do the background, just like we did the last series. So, here we go. Let's do the face. All right. So, I already juiced up my watercolors. You know what? Let me put this on this other side. I have a little cheat sheet to see. I'm going to use this color, this color, this color, and that color. So I kind of already did a little cheat sheet, so I knew what the colors, what I wanted. So, just a second. There they are. And let me just freshen up my colors have been sitting here for a second, so I think this is all the same. Just a second. So that's the dark. Just a second, you guys, I'm figuring out where my colors are at that I want to use. Okay, where's that purple at? Maybe this is it here. No, that's not the right one. Just a second. I think this is it here. Yeah. All right, so let's start doing our shading. I'm gonna use this purple. This purple color here that I'm using is Daniel Smith. Okay. And you guys, like always, sorry when I get quiet. I don't even know why I apologize for getting quiet, but, well, because I'm always talking. But sometimes you gotta be quiet a little and focus. I think I feel weird because I'm such a talker, so. I'm just wetting that a little bit, just extra wetness so it can bleed out, because I want it to bleed out into everywhere else. Okay, and then let's bring this in here. So we're just putting a little bit of watercolor into here and bringing it all the way down to half the face, just like we did last time. Because with the hair, just a second, let me focus for just a second. There we go. With the with her hair being over, like on this side, of course, with all this hair, it's going to create a more of a shade, right? Create more, more of a shaded face. This side is going to be the highlighted face where the sun's going to hit, right? So this is being shaded by all the hair being over here. So that's what made sense to me. Is that the same color as this? Yeah. So we're going to do some shading over on the other side of the face. And then nowhere as deep as the other side. Okay, and we will just touch the line a little bit so it just blends into the face. Okay. There we go. Also, I want to take, just a second, I want to see something. Yeah, I'm going to take that purple and I'm going to put that underneath this eye too. And when you do this type of work, you really want to focus on not being perfect. That's why I go back through and I just kind of touch up these, making sure that the edges, undulate, that's the word, undulate out. They don't just stay like a straight line. Like you want that watercolor look for it to look like it undulated out. So that's what I'm doing. You want undulation, dear, undulation. Okay. What do I want to do next? Oh, now I'm going to go in with this color called, I think Moon Glow. Is that the one I'm going to use? Just a second. I think I'm using Moon Glow. Either that or Indigo, but I think it's going to be Moon Glow. Yeah, I'm going to use Moon Glow. Moon Glow is a really cool color, a really cool deep purple that, that has real gemstones crushed into it. It's pretty cool. And we're just going to put that right on the edge. And you guys know what I need? I need my readers. Where are they? They're usually, there they are. There we go. And I need to turn my book. So if I'm out of frame for just 1 second, so sorry. I have to turn my book really quick. Oh, I'm working in a Jane Davenport, one of her books. And it has hot press watercolor paper. And the difference between cold and hot press water paper is cold press has those kind of bumps on it. It's real textury. And hot press is real smooth watercolor paper. And really, I consider her paper more mixed media than just watercolor, because you can do mixed media in here. You could do watercoloring in here. You could do either one. So, yeah, that's how I think of it. But it handles watercolor really, really well. Really, really good. Let's just go, just touch a little bit of water on this color here, just to make sure everything is undulating out. And it looks like it is. And when I say undulating, I mean it's the watercolor is blending out. Okay. Let's go ahead and go right down to the neck. So let me see if I need to bring my, let's just bring this up like this and bring my book over. See if we can't get this right. Yeah, so you can see the neck. Just a second, let me rearrange some things. There we go. All right, so we're up nice and close, and now you can see the neck. Let's throw some shading here on the neck too. We're going to go really heavy on this one side. Not on this side, but we'll just go ahead and bring this. We're going to go really heavy on this side. And let's do a little bit of wet on wet technique, which means let's just wet the paper a little bit. And if we wet the paper, we'll get more undulation out right away. There we go. There we go. This is what I wanted. There we go. I want some movement with this paint. There we go. We got it. Okay, on this other side, it'll be like the other side. We won't do as much as this side, but we still got to put some color in here, and let's put some water down here so we get a little undulation going. I need a paper towel. It's funny because I almost thought, do I have energy? You have to have energy to make a video. Anybody who makes videos knows what I'm talking about. Sometimes you just don't have the energy to make a video. And I was like, do I have an energy to make a video today? And I thought, you know what? What happens is I think I'm going to stop asking myself that, and just if I think I should make, if I have an idea that I want to share with you guys, just make the video, whether I have the energy or not. Because it's like working out. Like, you know how you don't want to, maybe you don't want to really go to the gym. But are you ever sorry that you went to the gym or that you worked out that day? No. And you're never sorry either when you go into your craft room or your art studio and you do some art. Not ever. In fact, it energizes you. Like, I'm totally energized right now, and I was kind of tired. And now I'm totally energized. Totally energized. I'm doing my art. Okay, perfect. Now I want to take that, that blue I'm talking about that has real gemstones in it is called Moon Glow. And on my thing, it looks like this. Like this color right here. Hopefully you guys are seeing that. But I'm using it darker. Like, I'm not adding as much water to it. It's absolutely gorgeous. Okay, I like it really nice and dark right up in that little neck area. Oops, my hand got into somewhere. Okay. So let's keep it really dark underneath there. And we'll get it really dark under here. Anything that's like a little corner or a little crux, like right in here, see that's a little triangle. Anything that's a little triangle, like right there and right here, you can do really dark because that's where a natural shading would be, right? Right. And let's just throw some shading right underneath here. There we go, perfect. Okay, I gotta move my book, so just a second. I might be off camera for a second. It's weird when you're working in a book because, like, when you have like a piece of watercolor paper or mixed media paper, you just move it around whenever, however you need it. But right here, I can't just move it around because it's a big old book. But at the same time, I love, love, love working in a art journal. Whether it's one I make myself or it's one I buy. I'll tell you another good art journal. Oh, this is not Jane Davenport's art journal. I'm so sorry. You know who this is? I use a Jane Davenport too. That's why I'm getting confused. And I love Jane's paper. Her paper is definitely like a hot press paper. This is Diane Reevely's book. And hers is, she calls hers definitely mixed media paper. But it's very smooth. So it's closer to a hot press paper like Jane Davenport's is. But anyway, sorry about that. I totally messed that up. Will you guys forgive me? Because we're like, okay, Angela, calm down. Okay, so what are we doing next? So next, let's go back up to the face. We're going to let all of this calm down just a second. And I'll bring you guys back up to the face here in a second. Okay, love this. I love how these undulate out. See how that's undulation, and it undulates really, really pretty. Okay, let's bring it back up to the face. Oh, you guys we're still at the face. Oh, you guys didn't even see the bottom of the neck. How did that not happen? Okay, there's the bottom. Sorry, you didn't see the very bottom or that side. Sorry, I thought I was in complete frame there. Okay, but you saw some of it, so. All right, let's come back down to the face. Sorry about that. All right. About to have a crafty avalanche again. All right. Okay, I'm making a video. Okay, so now let's go and let's do some eyeshadow on the eyes. Okay, we'll do eyeshadow on both eyes. I got watercolor on my fingers. Okay, so what do I want to do? Let's take that purple color, our shading purple color, and we'll take that. And we'll continue that up right into here. Okay. And then let's take, okay, we're going to take this color here. This is cobalt violet. And we're going to bring that up into here. Very pretty. This is pretty. And kind of mix the two together once they meet. And let's bring more of that cobalt blue, that cobalt color. Make it a little heavier. God, where is the drip at? Sometimes I have drips and I just keep putting my hand in that drip and it bugs me. I'm like, what is that? Okay, well, so let those two undulate into each other. And then I'm also going to take what else was I going to do? Oh, take some of this Moon Glow. This really deep Moon Glow. Let me just turn my book real quick. You kind of come on the top of this. If it'll work. I may need to let this dry before I put this up here. No, I can do it right now. We'll see how that Moon Glow. How that looks. Okay. Okay, so we're going to take that Moon Glow color since I still have it. We're going to do the same thing over here. except we're going to bring it really, really out and play up these eyes over here. There we go. Drawing and painting with our brush. Okay, and this is the size brush I'm using. This is one of my favorite size brushes. I don't know what size you would call it, but that's what it looks like. Because it has, and I always like a pointed edge. This size brush you can do so much with. This and a liner brush, you could probably paint whatever you want to paint. And then, you know what? Let's blend. Make sure these two are, all this is blending into each other here. Perfect. Yeah, let's take that, still that same moon glow, go up. Go up into the hair, like that. And then let's take the cobalt, put that into here. Okay. And actually, just a second, I just messed up something that I didn't want to do. Yeah, here. I kind of wanted this to be, kind of want that to be more of that purple color. Just a second. All right. I just brought back that lighter purple right there. We still want this to kind of undulate out, not be too. And let's add a little bit of a indigo blue here. Like right here. Oh, that's not the right one. Here it is. All right. Did I want like all that going on? Yeah, I did. Cool. All right, we will stop messing with that and let's see what happens with that. Oh, I know one other thing I want to do is make sure that this is blending together too. Okay. And then let's take and put some cheek color on. And you know what we're going to do? I was going to use that one cheek color, but I might bust out and use one of these color sticks. These are Jane Davenport's, and they look like lipsticks. That's what she created them to look like, lipsticks. Isn't that fabulous? Okay, so let me just look at this on a piece of paper really quick. Let me see what this looks like if I put that on the cheeks. Oh, that's gonna be fabulous. All right, so I'm gonna put this on the cheeks. Is that dry enough? Yeah. Perfect. And we need to kind of go up and through there with those cheeks a little bit. There we go. So some things are connected a little bit. Perfect. And let's do that on the other side. Throw in some cheeks. And the way you get it to undulate out really nice to blend out is to make sure you put a lot of color down. If you just put a little bit of color down, there's not enough for it to play with. But if you put enough color down, it really acts like a nice watercolor. Let's go up into there a little bit. And then kind of just hit the edges so the edges bleed out or undulate out. And that's all undulating is when I'm using that fancy word. It's really bleeding. Things bleed out. Perfect. Love it. And let's just take that same color to the lips. Perfect. These are so easy and fun to play with. Just know when you want them to really blend out smoothly, you have to lay a lot down. Because at first I wasn't using these right. I wasn't laying a lot of color down, and then I kept playing with them, and I realized, oh, you got to lay a lot of color down, and then everything will bleed out and undulate out really nicely. Okay, so let's let all of that dry out. Now we're going to go back to some Jane Davenport watercolors, and I'm going to use her Jiminy Cricket color. I call it Jiminy Cricket. It's just called Jiminy, but I call it Jiminy Cricket right there. Okay, and we're going to do that for her eyes and give her some green eyes. And you guys know that's my favorite. It's kind of becoming a little signature for me. These green eyes, I put them on everything, every girl I do. Sometimes I'll do one green and one purple, which I love, but I'm really loving just green eyes. And then we will shade the green eyes, which I know shading sounds weird when you're talking about the eyes, but you need to add some shading to add depth. So we'll be getting out some pencils here and doing that too. And for those of you guys that seen me do it before, you'll know what I'm talking about. The eyes really come alive. Like right now they look a little freaky, but they really start coming together. It's looking really, really cool when we do that. And the lips, it bled out a little bit on the outside, and I don't mind. We're also going to line her lips too with a colored pencil. But I don't mind if it bleeds out a little bit, especially in a painting like this. You can be so loose with everything. You know, I might use, I wonder if I use, yeah, I'm probably going to use a purple on her lips. Okay, let me dry things, and then we're going to do a whole bunch of stuff to the eyes. I've been having, like the last girl, I had some tears coming down. And since we have all this blue right here, which I love, I think that that's where I'm going to make some tears coming from her eyes. Going all the way down. So, let's do it. Let's do it. Where's that blue eye? Is it right here? Yeah. I think. Yeah. So here we go. Big decision. Big decision. Oh, cool. Yeah, I love it. Okay. And that needs to blend up into the rest of this. Just a second, you guys. I'm focusing. Okay, so now I gotta make sure I line this eye under here, all of this with blue. So just a second. For this all to make sense. There we go. Cool. Love it. Okay. Perfect. Okay. And let's undulate this line a little bit right here. So it's not too perfect. Perfect. Perfectly imperfect. Okay. So let me dry this again. Okay, so we're going to do a whole lot of work with the eyes, and that's when you're going to see all this come together on the eyes, okay? First thing I'm going to do is we want to outline the eyes. Oh, no, not outline. Let's first shade the eyes. Get my colored pencils out. Okay, I'm going to use grass green, Prismacolor pencil, and chartreuse. So, and you guys have seen me do this a million times, but this really adds when you put some shading in these eyes. And I might also use, let me see my other pencil I have. I have a deeper green if I can find it. If not, no major. Did I have it out? I have another deeper green color that I thought I wanted to shade with too. Is it right here? I'm sure it's sitting right in front of my face. Can't ever see anything that's in front of your face. Okay, anyway. All right, so we put that green down. And that was the grass green. Yeah. And these are Prismacolor pencils. Going over Jane Davenport's Jiminy Cricket green. And just blend it out with a blender pencil till it blends out to nothing, right? Then let's take this chartreuse and go right in between those two. And it starts blending everything out. In fact, one second, I kind of went a little too far with the deeper green, so just a second, let me just bring that back a little bit so I can add more of the Jiminy Cricket. Okay, yeah, I want to add more of the Jiminy Cricket in here. There we go. And go right into the deeper green. And that just gets it all really nice. And then take your same green or a little bit darker green. If I could find my other green color that's darker, go back in the crux and just deepen that up just a little bit more. There we go. Let's do the other eye. See how the eyes are really coming alive now? Take my blender, blend it out. You can get blender pencils. I say it a million times, but you know, there's always new people. You can get blender pencils at Michael's in the fine art department. You can also get them at Blick's. I get them at both. This one might be a Blick's. Is this one a Blick's? Yeah, this is from Blick's. Blick's has their own brand of colored pencils, which I want to go there and buy their colored pencils because I want to see how they work. But they have a whole brand of colored pencils. And this is in their whole, they have a whole big like stand that you can choose just like Prismacolor pencils, but they're Blick's brand. And in there they have the blender pencil. And it's only like $1.50 or something. It's actually cheaper than Michael's. Michael's blender pencil, I think you get two for like $6 or $7, but you can use a coupon. So actually it comes out probably the same once you use a coupon. Okay, so, oh, and then let's add a little more green right back in the crux, the corners of the eyes there, just to give a little bit more. Okay. Then, let's go back in with our pen, our drawing ink pen, and let's really define the eyes back again. And also really define the, I don't always do this. A lot of times I don't like to do that. The eyebrow, I don't like to define the eyebrow. I like kind of a undefined eyebrow. But this eyebrow got, this eyebrow kind of got it. There we go. With everything going on. So let me just do the other one too while we're here. They kind of disappeared. There we go. So now I want to redefine the eye. So I'm going to come here and I'm just going to trace the line of the eye. It really starts disappearing when you've watercolored over it and used the pencil and all of that. And I'm just kind of going a little bit heavy over this because I really want this to be nice and defined. Now we're going to go around the rest of the eye. It's like you're putting some eyeliner on. Here I'm going to make the line a lot thicker at the bottom. There we go. I like some thick eyeliner on my girls, and I like some thick eyeliner on myself. I do a heavy eyeliner on my girls and myself. Okay, here we go. I just think with, you know, being a, you know, black woman, I need to, like on myself, do a heavy eyeliner because of my skin tone. You know what I'm saying? It really brings out when you put a heavy black eyeliner. And my eyes are brown, so I just feel like I need all that. That's what I feel looks good on me, so that's what I do. And on my girls, I think that a heavy eyeliner is the bomb. Cool. So we got a nice heavy liners going on. Just still throwing some more. When I do this part, I always feel like I'm doing makeup, is what I feel like I'm doing. And then let's redefine the iris also on both of them. And we're going to blacken the eyeball or the iris with, I love this. I think this is a Pitt pen? No, this is still a Le Pen. These are both Le Pen permanent ink pens. But this one has a little bit fatter tip on it. It's really nice and black. In fact, I might just go over this. Oh, I like that better. Cool. Okay. So let me go over the iris with this. Okay. And then let me really come in with the black here and on the bottom here. This is really nice and black. I like that. Okay. Very good. And you know, also the little thing on her lip here that needs to be deepened up a little bit. So let's go ahead and use the black on that. There we go. Look how everything has come together the more that you define those eyes up. Oh, also, with this pen here with the finer point, and this is like a number 0.5. It's really one of my favorites, 0.5 is. Just go over the eyelashes. It's exactly what are there because they've really taken a beating like the eyebrows have with all of the, there we go. Oh, this looks good. With all of the everything that we've done to the eyes. So all that starts disappearing, the eyelashes. And I love some long, falsy looking eyelashes. If I could handle it, I would wear false eyelashes every day with thick eyeliner. I love that look. So I wear the thick eyeliner and I wear a lot of mascara, but I don't wear and I'm doing the little small hairs in between, but I don't do the false eyelashes because for some reason my eyes are allergic to the glue, the adhesive, and also I can't stand the eyelashes hitting my like my eyebrows or my eyes. It drives me nuts. So I mean, as much as I think I want to be like that, then I can't handle it. Okay, so let's throw some catch lights in. So we're going to use some white acrylic paint over here on the side and my liner brush. Okay, that's a liner brush right there. People always ask me about the brushes. If you're doing girls like this, let me show you two brushes that you could get. You can get these two. It's really, these brushes are mermaid brushes. You get them at Hobby Lobby and the craft section, not the fine art. Next to like the acrylic paints, and their mermaid brushes. I think these come in the same set. But if you get one that looks like this, that fat, and it's a pointed tip and a liner brush like this, you can do a lot with just those two brushes. These are the two brushes I use the most out of everything I do. Okay, just a second, my brush needs to get wet a little bit. All right, let me get my brush loaded up the right way. All right. All right. For some reason my brush is weird. I don't know if this brush got messed up or something or what. Just a second. If it does, I have tons more of these liner brushes. I have a little hair on the brush that doesn't want to stay with the rest of the hairs. That's what's going on. I don't know why that little hair is doing that. Okay, just a second. I'm going to cut a little brush hair. Just a second. Let's see if I can do this. Got it. Okay, so we did that catch light. Let's do another catch light. I know I've gotten quiet, you guys. I am trying to get my catch light. Sometimes you have to add a little bit of water because your paint might be too thick. Sometimes you don't need to, so I'm just trying to get it right. Okay, and I'm going to add a little dot here and a dot there. Another catch light over here. Catch light here. There we go. Then I would like to add some little fairy dust, which is just little dots. I love adding fairy dust. Yeah, I think my brushes had it, so no major. I have a lot of them, so to bust out with another one. Do the same thing over here. Okay, and then let's throw some, ooh, this brush is a mess. Just a second, you guys. I'm going to get a different brush. This brush is driving me nuts. And I need to make sure that my camera's still rolling. And it sure is. Good, 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 good. Okay, I shouldn't bragging that I have a lot of these. Yep, I sure do. So that liner brush is, I don't know. That's going to be a goner. Okay, let me get a new one. Got a new one out. All right, so we're going to put that fairy dust. God, this one seems like it's doing the same thing. What is going on? Hopefully this works. Okay, we're going to put some fairy dust right on the lashes, or on top of where the eyeliner goes. So I hope you guys are enjoying this little series of high contrast girls. I'm having a blast. I'd have a better blast if my liner brushes would work. Especially after I was bragging about these little brushes, how great they are. Was I just bragging saying, oh, I love these liner brushes? And then two of them seem to poop out on me. Are we going to work? Okay, there we go. Let's work. There we go. Barely. Jeez. There we go. Unbelievable. That was weird. I'm trying to think if I want to throw some highlights on the cheeks at all. I don't think I do. Oh, I'm loving how she's looking. Okay, let's put some lip liner on. And I think I'm going to line her lips in purple. I did that last time. I put kind of a magenta color and lined the lips in purple and violet, Prismacolor violet. And let me sharpen my pencil a little bit. Perfect. So this is the Prismacolor violet. So it's almost like you're just following the lip line, like you're putting on lip liner. Not kind of, it's exactly like that. Okay, and then blender pencil. Make sure the color from before is kind of wiped off on a piece of paper. I had a bunch of green on there. Actually, I need a little bit more pencil on here. Right there and down here. Okay, and then blend the pencil out. Just like those colored watercolor pen, those water, these things. These watercolor sticks, these work just like watercolors. And especially you can use pencil right over them, just like you can the watercolors really well. Okay, and then let's take our pencil or our brush here and do some highlights on the lips. Do a little highlight there and a little one there. Cool. Let me make sure. I'm just looking at my other page to see if I got everything I wanted to do on here. I think so. Yeah, I do. You know what I'm thinking? I think I should do this little fairy dust over the whole thing. Yeah, that adds the magic right there. Perfect. Yeah, I like that better. And we might want to throw some of those little dots there too. Oh, that looks really pretty. And I'm trying to think if I should throw some highlights on the cheeks, some little white highlights. Nah, I like the way they look. I'm really liking how all this looks. I hope you guys like this. I think this turned out pretty cool. So I changed the face shape. I changed it to a square face shape, to a shorter nose, like as far as on the face, not having such an elongated nose, and having a square face, which I'm loving. I used similar colors, but I used a mixture of Jane Davenport and Daniel Smith watercolors, which I think is fabulous. And we also added Jane Davenport's color stick. That's what these are called. water-soluble color sticks that look like lipsticks. Love these. Yeah, I love how this turned out. I hope you guys like it. So the next thing when we come back, what we'll be working on is we'll be doing the hair. And I will have the hair started a little bit, and then we'll finish it up because the hair can take a little while. But I'll have some of the hair done, and then you guys will finish it up with me. And then after that, we will do the background, a mixed media background. So, did you guys try? I guess my question is, do you want to try your hand at doing a high contrast girl? Or have you already done one since we did this one the last time? The other thing is, if you don't draw, you can do this in a coloring book on a face, or you can get one of your big stamps out and put your stamp on and do that also. So I guess that is it for this one. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. If you can give this video a thumbs up. Any comments or questions, leave them below. Come visit me on Facebook and Instagram. Let me show you how that bottom neck looks like. Oh, let me come out a little bit so you guys can get a full thing of it. Go down. Sorry, guys. Okay, you guys, we're going to end it like that because my phone fell somewhere weird, okay? Anyway, I will see you guys in the next part. Bye. Oh, Lord.